The Birks of Aberfeldey. Robert Burns wrote this on his Highland tour in late summer 1787. Probably the most carefree time in his life. He just made a huge success with his poems and so on. There's a lot of Scots in the song. It's, to me, one of his songs. It's one of the two most virtuoso uses of language. The other amazing song, which has been greatly disparaged by his emotionally cowardly, stupid academic critics since 1896, is My Merry Dear Departed Shade, or To Marry in Heaven. Spectacular use of language. This one has not been disparaged as much as simply overlooked. Thomas Crawford referred to it as a parlor piece, and James Kinsley said, oh, the tune was too brisk for the words. It's like, you can sing the tune at any tempo you want to. Anyway, I'm ranting. Bonny Lassie, Will You Go to the Birks of Aberfeldey. This was an older song. The tune was first published in 1700. So it's an old dance tune. It was also a folk song. And the words to that, some of them were printed in David Hurd's book of old Scottish songs. Bonny Lassie, will you go to the Birks of Abergeldie? You shall get a gown of silk, and a coat of killymanky. No, kind sir, I dare not gang, I dare not go with you, my mother she'll be angry. Sair would she flight, and sair would she ban me. She would scold and curse me. So, just a simple little song. And Burns does this, he just sends this over the moon. I'm going to go over the words before I sing it, which I don't usually do. I usually like to get right to the song. But this is so easy to miss, and it's subtle, and yet it's spectacular. And so he says, now summer blinks on flowery braes, now summer shines on flowery slopes, hillsides, and o'er the crystal streamlets blaze. Come, let us spend the lightsome days in the Birks of Aberfeldey, birch trees. So let's go. Second verse. Now little birdies blythely sing, while o'er their heads the hazels hing, or lightly flit on wanton wing in the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny Lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? So you've got in and to. The Birks of Aberfeldey, this grove of trees, is the object. Let's go to them. The birds are in them. And then you get the middle verse. The braes, the slopes ascend like lofty waws, the foamy stream deep roaring falls. Or hung we fragrant-spreading shaws, the Birks of Aberfeldey. A shaw is a grove. This is suddenly the language. The Birks of Aberfeldey, that phrase has become the subject instead of the object. Or hung we fragrant-spreading shaws, the Birks of Aberfeldey. And when you hear this, it's this feeling of having arrived not only in a place, but in a sense of communion with the place and with the person. So, the next verse is the hoary cliffs, Hoary. I mean, we've seen the word, it means white like hoarfrost. The hoary cliffs are crowned with flowers, white o'er the linns the burnie pours. A linn is a waterfall, a fall. A burnie is a small brook. And rising wheats, rising wets with misty showers, the Birks of Aberfeldey. Now they're the object of a verb, the birches. And last verse is in English. I will sing this for you. Thanks for your patience. simmer blinks on flowery breeze, and o'er the crystal streamlets blaze. Come, let us spend the lightsome days in the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, are you going to gang? I'll leave that intro and I will edit it. Will you go to the New simmer blinks on flowery breeze, and o'er the crystal streamlets blaze. Come, let us spend the lightsome days in the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonny lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? New little birdies blythely sing, while o'er their heads the hazels hing, or lightly flit on wanton wing in the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonny lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? The lofty braes ascend like wars, the foamy stream deep roaring falls, are hung wi' fragrant-spreading shores, the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonny lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? The hoary cliffs are crowned wi' flowers, white o'er the linns the burnie pours, and rising wheats wi' misty shores, the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonny lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? Let fortune's gifts at a random flee, they ne'er shall draw a wish frae me, supremely blessed wi' love and thee, in the Birks of Aberfeldey. Bonny lassie, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonny lassie, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldey? Please subscribe to my channel. I've got a playlist, Songs of Robert Burns, and I'm working on a book, so the playlist will represent the book, or much of the book.